Right. So thanks. I am Sreejith. So I had data center operations for STT Global Data Centers India. So STT is a Singapore-based group company for setting up co-location data centers in Southeast Asia. Now we have a massive expansion plans. So we entered India by acquiring data communications co-location business in 2016, and then we started building our own greenfield data centers when we started in Bangalore in 2019, and then now we are in the phase of expanding our current capacity of 200 odd megawatt to 400 in next 2 to 3 years, and our blueprint is there to increase our capacity to 600 megawatt by the end of 2030. So that is the journey we have. And we are currently holding the market leadership in India as far as the co-location is concerned, and we would like to meet or maintain that kind of leadership in the market. That's the Indian story. As a group, we are almost in the number top 3 data center co-location player in Southeast Asia, and we are expanding in the new geographies like Thailand, South Korea, Indonesia, Japan. And then we are also coming into Germany, and then we are acquiring more in UK, and we are already having a tie up with GDS in China. So it's one of the large data center players as a group. So data center, I've been with data center for over last 20 years, and with STT, I associated for the last 3+ years, and before that I was with CFI Technologies, where I worked about 15+ years. Before that I was heading data center operations for CFI Technologies, and there I have an opportunity to build the data centers from the scratch, and where data center concept itself was not there, right? And I also had an opportunity to build one cable landing station. That was the first private cable landing station which is even live in Mumbai. So that was my history, and I'm basically a network engineer and transformed into data center professional, and now continuing into operation. Tamil Nadu, especially Chennai, is a huge opportunity for data center co-location space, right? Now, if you look at today, the data center business pie, it is more definitely in Mumbai, right? It is because of various reasons, was the commercial hub, and the previous contributor was BFSI. So that way, Mumbai was the data center hub earlier on. Now, Chennai is always as a disaster recovery kind of site, but by hyperscalers coming in, and hyperscalers they do come up and set up their availability zones, and few hyperscalers that choose Chennai as the second region other than Mumbai. One reason, apart from Mumbai, Chennai is another cable landing station. So let's say earlier days there used to be some cable landing stations in Kolkata and Cochin, but those cable landing stations are no more now. So the predominant cable landing stations were in Mumbai and Chennai. So Chennai, there are a few cable landing stations, but again, today the way the Indian digitization is going, the cable landing stations are kind of, the dependency of cable landing station is going down. Why? Because earlier the users used to approach content which is outside of India. Now the content is coming closer to India, so the dependency of cable landing station is going down. So the other cities also kind of grooming, and Chennai is always on the boom, predominantly because of the cable landing station, and then the support from the government policies are kind of liberal, and almost all the providers are kind of coming and investing in Chennai, and customers are also interested. So if you look at Chennai, we have a data center campus in Ambattur, and that data center is the most dense data center in the industry today, right? So which is operated of 25 megawatt even today, and we are also expanding another 50 megawatt in Chennai for next 3-4 years. So Chennai is having a good promise in the data center co-location. The challenges, of course, and if you look at Chennai, the challenges are, Chennai used to be a peaceful place before 2014, where the big deluge happened, right? The deluge, an eye-opener for many customers. You might have heard my fellow speaker Senthil speaking about his experience, where not only his experience, it is also an experience for the many CTOs, where even today I meet CTOs, CIOs, they are interested to have their data on premises, right? But that changed in the kind of deluge, right? So their core expertise is something else. They're doing a business, right? IT is not their core expertise. So they had a huge challenge to maintain the power, to maintain the demand power, to maintain the network connectivity. There are terrible time. Many data centers went down in 2014, And from 2014 in Chennai itself, I have seen at least 3 or 4 cyclone situations. And every year now, its behavior is kind of little weird. At least 2 days per year, it is a kind of heavy wind where we have to accommodate or we have to initiate the BCP and run the operations in a rope kind of scenario, right? Where the backup power system, the backup the data protection system, the DR, BCP, all this kind of tested. So that is not a real easy job as far as the business critical business is concerned. That is where we are USP comes in, and the environmental challenges, the calamity challenges are the main challenge. Solution is that we develop a robust BCP system, and the last pandemic scenario, COVID has taught us many things, right? In BCP, earlier it is kind of, what was BCP is kind of how do you bring your IT setup into DR setup, right? That was the only BCP were spoken before pandemic. Now during the pandemic, it was a real pandemic where everything is shut down. Even local transport was a challenge, right? How do you maintain or upkeep or ensure availability to your customers? That is a challenge, that is an opportunity for us. So from there, so personally for me, we have developed a comprehensive BCMS framework, so Business Continuity Management System framework, and we are also approaching a certification called ISO 22301. There is a specialized certification for BCMS. That is for certification perspective. But otherwise, for the last 3 years, we have developed a robust BCMS plan. Let's say I'll tell you a simple example, like we have 18 running data centers, right? In the 18 running data centers, we have created a on-premises BCP area where at least 10 people can stay, okay, with all the supporting apparatus, the stay, the birds, the showers, bathrooms, and associated food aspects. So this is something we have already ready. And then the infrastructure readiness itself. So the multi-tier redundancy availabilities, right? When it comes to power, let's say for the customers where their core expertise is not in power, they don't know how to manage the eventualities, right? And we are expert in that. So we have the resilient system, and we do more and more automations and upgrading our systems on time to time, and we test ourselves on the real scenarios. And in operationally, we also have inducted a real mock drills. So such thing happens, how do we react to it? And we do mock drills, announced mock drills or unannounced mock drills, which gives the muscle memory shaping up to our own technical staffs. And organizationally also, we develop for that. And again, organizationally, operations is our bread and butter, and we have to ensure that. So we have developed that. And again, while I make a statement that we have developed this, that is not going to guarantee that it is going to give you sustainability. But for us, and personally for me, it is a journey, and it's a dynamic learning, right? So we learn, implement, and move forward. But at this point of time, I am pretty sure that in our organization, our operational readiness is capable to cater those kind of challenges, and it is kind of proven in the last 2 years pandemic period. It is our customers. It is our customers, their demand, then their unrealistic expectations, right? That is a challenge. And if you feel it is a challenge, it is a challenge. But these are the challenge excite people like me. So I am personally excited, so as I excite my team, so as it is excited the organization. So any challenge in the organization or from the customer, it is an equal revenue opportunity for us, right? Challenges is today, right? That becomes an opportunity. That opportunity is sustainable to tomorrow. So that is excitement for us.